Coming up on News Watchin', how New York sports teams and the governor remember the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
Plus, the NFL season has kicked off, and there are plenty of headlines to discuss.
And a family trying to relocate their relatives still in Afghanistan. Good morning, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Emily Hung.
And I'm Ethan Birch. In remembrance of the tragic events on September 11th, 2001, the New York Mets and Yankees played at Citi Field on the 20th anniversary. Saturday night was a special night in Flushing, Queens. A heart-filled ceremony followed by a phenomenal game of baseball. Stars shine bright as players such as Aaron Judge, Javier Baez, and James McCann all went deep at the sold-out Citi Field. This night brought many together and reminded us that we will never forget.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul has signed 3 pieces of legislation to support all first responders who participated in the World Trade Center's rescue, recovery, and cleanup operations during 9/11 20 years ago. The bills will make it easier for World Trade Center first responders to apply for benefits, such as the health program. It also broadens the umbrella of who can be considered as a first responder, like emergency dispatchers and communications personnel.
The NFL season is back in action, and the opener did not disappoint. Thursday night football featured the reigning Super Bowl champions, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, hosting America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady and Dak Prescott battled it out, totaling over 700 yards of combined passing. But it was Brady who came out on top once again. Brady completed a game-winning last-minute drive topped off by a Ryan Suckup game-winning field goal. Sticking around with the NFL, one player cashed out big time. We all know J.J. Watt, but how about T.J. Watt? After J.J. Watt cashing out not too long ago, it was time for the brotherly competition to continue. T.J. Watt, who has emerged as one of the best players in the game, signed a 4-year contract worth $112 million, $80 million of which is fully guaranteed. This contract makes Watt the highest paid defensive player in the sport.
The Syracuse Trailblazers mural is back on after its project's organizers announced they had raised enough private funds. This comes after the city's mayor vetoed the use of $75,000 in COVID-19 relief money to fund the mural downtown. It'll honor basketball stars who support social justice causes and who have ties to Syracuse, players like Breanna Stewart and Earl Lloyd. The project's proposed location is on East Onondaga Street downtown. The organization, Ithaca Welcomes Refugees, is looking to raise $12,000 to help the relatives of an Afghan family. The money will go toward application fees for their entry into the U.S. The family was evacuated from the Kabul airport during the Taliban's takeover, but their relatives remain in Afghanistan. The family is concerned for them as they're in danger because of their work with the U.S. military. The campaign will run until all of the relatives can be safely relocated.
With all the excitement around the NFL season getting underway, there is one downside: the injuries that come along with it. Denver Broncos receiver Jerry Jeudy was a victim of just that in Sunday's contest. Jeudy caught a pass downfield, and as he was being brought down to the turf, Giants defender James Bradberry landed awkwardly on his ankle. The diagnosis was a high ankle sprain. A gruesome and disappointing scene for the Broncos, as they will lose their star receiver for some time.
The Finger Lakes Crossword Competition is back in person and gearing up for its 9th year. This year's competition will be held at the Boynton Middle School cafeteria on September 25th. There will also be a virtual honor event for out-of-town participants who competed last year. The cost of tickets range from $50 to $150, and the money will be donated to the Tompkins Learning Partners.
I've never been a crossword guy, more of Connect 4, even Scramble.
Yeah, you know, this event sounds really fun, but I'm also like you. I'm not really much of a crossword person.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm just really not great with words.
Yeah, well, up next, fans at a Texas football game save a cat who fell from the top bleachers.
And more on the Ithaca College football win this past weekend.
Stay with us.